up, I would've grown all day. Hold up, somebody can't relate. Hold up, stay down with no faking. Go up, top down, I've been racing. Go up.
What's up, my kings and queens, and welcome back to another episode of the Royalty Review. Here with your favorite people, your boy EK and my lovely lady
Shyla.
Back up in that ass one more time. Today we got a new show for you guys.
Yes.
It's called Ratched. And contrary to popular belief, it's not about ratchet people. I thought it was going to be, because I didn't know what I was going to be getting. And she just told me the name of the show and that Sarah Paulson was in it, which we love from American Horror Story. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, fuck it. I mean, I guess let's do it. Let's put it on.
And we first got introduced to Sarah Paulson in the
American Horror Story.
No, it wasn't. It was we first saw her in that with OJ Simpson.
Oh, yeah, she was Marsha Clark.
Yes!
In the OJ trials. Damn, I forgot about her.
I know you did. I know you. She got the mole with a little short, little curly fro.
And they was roasting her ass
with
her hair.
God.
They cooked her shit.
Yeah, they did. They were really mean to her.
Oh,
they were mean. So that's when we first got introduced to Sarah Paulson. So we go way back with her. Before American.
Marsha Clark.
Anyways, so let's get into it.
So basically, a quick overview. I mean, I guess Ratched is the last name of the main character. Her name is Mildred Ratched.
Yes.
It takes place, from what we know about her so far, it's the 1950s or the late 1940s at least. She's a nurse, or so she claims to be at least. And I mean, that's pretty much the overall view what we get. So we'll kind of break it down as we go through. So it starts off,
So it starts off with them being at a church with the priests. That's how it starts off. They're at the church and they're preaching some type of sermon, and it's like a priest house with a bunch of different priests.
Yeah, so it goes from him being in that priest sermon, the preaching, and then they're like at his house for dinner. Mm-hmm. And it's like him, a Nigerian pastor, and like three other priests or pastors or whatever. And they're all living or staying in the same house for this occasion or whatever or another.
I think like training or something. Mm-hmm. Maybe. Mm-hmm. I don't know. They
a little sabbatical, whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. So a weary road traveler.
One of the fathers had porn, and they're not supposed to have porn.
Oh yeah, that nigga was beating his junk.
He was about to.
He was sitting crisscross applesauce beating his junk, and I was like, that was weird as fuck in the first place.
Oh my god! Yeah.
I looked up, I was like, is this nigga beating off?
and was interrupted by the knock on the door.
Right, by this weary road traveler. So the guy comes in, he's like, yo, I hate to ask, can I use your phone? He comes in. And it's Dandy, another person from American Horror Story, who popped up. Mm-hmm. And he's like, yeah. So he lets him inside the house. And basically, what ensues from here is what happens anytime anybody lets a stranger in their house in a movie. And this nigga goes off, and he brutally murders all the pastors in the house.
Yeah, he did. He just started murking everybody. That's what I put. He came in murking people.
Yeah, he fucking
unnecessarily.
So the Nigerian pastor hears a sound and goes to check it out, and it's another pastor dead in his bathtub. Mm-hmm. And by the time he turns around, the killer's already on him. At this point, he doesn't have a name yet, but later becomes known as the clergy killer. He's already on him. Bah! Busts that nigga's head on the toilet, kills him. Then the other dude sees him, and he's just standing there in fear, and he jumps and pounces on him, shanks this man up.
Yeah. He's taking everybody one by one.
So he kills all the people, but he saves the one for last, and his name is Monsignor, whatever his name is, Monsignor. And he's like, you know, you had my mom was a nun that used to work with you, and you had some foul play with her, and now you're gonna pay and suffer. So he murders this man. So whatever the case is, I don't know if he doesn't flee but whatever the case is, he gets caught.
Yeah, he does get caught. And we don't know the history behind why he went to this particular house to murder these people, but I think it had something to do with his past.
Yeah.
Because he came back to this house and he knew the guy by name.
Right.
And then he made it clear that, my mom...
He said he was his dad.
That was what he said?
Mm-hmm.
But he said, I knew your mom, but I don't...
Yeah, because that's what he said. He was like, my mom is such and such and such and such. You're my son. I'm your son. Or some shit like that. And then he was like, you know, you
back and rewatch that. I didn't
you
see
must
that.
be mistaken. There has to be a mistake. She was asleep half the episode. She don't know what the hell she saw.
I did fall asleep. It's late. It's 1:00 in the morning. I was fucking tired. Trying to do these reviews.
She's supposed to be the note taker.
Oh my God. It's going to show later too. But, yeah.
So, all right. So then it pans off and it shows Sarah Paulson's character, Mildred Ratched.
For the first time in the car.
Right. And she's pulling up. She's, where does it show her first? Because it doesn't show her.
Just sitting in the car like she was waiting for the map in the newspaper.
Oh, yeah. It shows her at a gas station.
Yeah. And
she's trying to get directions to this place where they're going to be transporting the clergy killer. And it's a mental institution. Yeah. So she's trying to get in.
Your question before you keep going was, why is Sarah always some old-timey ass bitch?
Yeah, she is. She can't never be from this decade.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, she always some old-timey ass, like proper, super dressed up ass bitch.
She plays that part very well.
Yeah, she likes to do that.
Mm-hmm. She plays very well.
So she pulls up on the property where she's going to be staying. It's like some little bed and breakfast shits with this weird ass desk clerk. And, basically, the desk clerk is talking shit because there's a whole bunch of reporters because they're trying to pile up at the psychiatric place where the clergy killer is going to be transported to. And it's the guy who killed all the priests. And so she's like, "Are you a reporter?" And she's like, "No, I'm not a reporter. I'm a nurse. This, and that." So she gets her stuff together to go to this interview that supposedly she has with the director of the psychiatric hospital. Excuse me. So she finesses her way all the way in there.
Right. Nobody can understand where she got this letter from. The head nurse, Bucket, didn't write it, and the guy who's the doctor didn't write it. Oh. So she just has this letter from who knows where.
Right.
And they're like, how did you get this? Who sent you? So, yeah. And then she's finessing, like finessing her way through.
Right. So she says that she forces her way into an interview with this fake ass letter. The boss isn't there because he's too busy getting shit on by the mayor. While she's waiting, she goes to use the bathroom and she sees another one of the employees fucking somebody in the bathroom, getting her shit beat down, getting her shit tore back. And she just stands there in the doorway for like a cool 30 seconds and then it's like...
It shows green, like the surrounding area was green, like it was like a green light.
And that happens a couple times while it's like just panning on her where I don't know if that's showing maybe when she has a good idea or when she has a bad idea or when she's going to do something bad.
Well, my thing is, why was she walking from room to room anyway? She said she had to use the bathroom. She went to 2 different rooms.
Because she did, and then she heard that thud, and then she was like looking around after she heard that thud because she thought something was going on. So... Later on, she basically, long story short, because I don't really feel like getting into how she really super finessed. You have to watch. But she finesses the lady who she caught in the bathroom and tells her that she either needs to quit her job and tell her husband that they're going to move out of town or she's going to expose her. Because basically in the interview, the dude's like, we don't have any positions, even though your resume is great. We just don't have any openings. So basically, she finesses this bitch out of her job. Mm-hmm. And the next day... They need her because the mayor is going to be coming to visit because he caught the wife's ear attention when he made his little elevator pitch when he was supposed to be bringing the drinks, which was some dickhole shit by the mayor. The mayor is played by the same cat who was the mob boss and Godfather of Harlem.
Yes.
Which is a good show. I think we've already mentioned that in another one of our vlogs.
I think we have
already. So definitely check that out.
Yes, the Asian guy pressed the governor at his dinner table.
Yeah,
and the wife was intrigued.
Right. So then she set up a meeting for them to come over there to the psychiatric center, and they're down a nurse and everything, and they need to make sure everything is tip top. So of course he calls Mildred back. Boom, she pops up. Now Mildred and Buckethead ass bitch don't like each other. Buckethead has been mad at her since the day she showed up because she wouldn't leave for the interview. She didn't believe she had an interview, and now she's already Mildred has already bust out Bucket like 2 or 3 times, even though it's kind of been things that Mildred has like subsequently put in or like kind of placed to kind of mess Buckethead up. But so basically, dude is on the premise, and that's when a mishap with one of the patients.
Well, before that, she finesses her way into the interview. So the doctor walks out and thinks he's gonna punk her and get rid of her, and she basically punks him and like, is your office this way? And she basically leads. She takes control of that situation.
Yeah, she seems real good at like taking control of situations, and I don't know. She's
very straightforward.
She's a chess player. I've learned that too, real quick. She has ulterior motives. So then, like I said, so the mayor comes and there's a mishap with one of the patients, and he's like going into like cardiac arrest or something. Like his blood pressure's hella low, and she saves him. Bucket is trying to save him, trying to tell him to do something, and Ratched goes over there and saves him, put him on the side so he could throw up and stuff. And she's, don't touch me. You know, because she's like trying to tell her like not to touch him and stuff, but you know, Ratched knows what she's doing. I'm pretty sure she's the one who gave this dude the wrong medication that made him seize out in the first place. Right. But anyway, she stages this whole thing, becomes the big hero and everything. The director has some weird thing with taking pictures, so he
doesn't want to be photographed.
So she ends up taking the picture as the hero in the the photograph, and kind of getting like a permanent spot. But she's really outspoken for herself. She doesn't let nobody run over her. When she was taking the picture, the mayor tried to like smooth up on her and give her one of these on her butt.
On her hip, yeah.
And she was like, I would appreciate if you wouldn't touch me like that, sir.
In front of everybody.
And in front of his wife. And his wife was like looked at him like, oh, nigga. Like, she kind of like looked some type of way.
Yeah.
So then...
Move along. He likes Ratched. The governor likes Ratched.
Right.
So we can move along.
So moving along... The situation kind of goes over. The director's like walking around with like a chicken with his head cut off because now the mayor's talking about giving him $75,000 of grant money. All this is NASA. There's a lot going on with this guy. And Mildred is in the other room talking to another one of the psychiatric patients who was up for a parole hearing, trying to get out. Telling him, you know, they're never going to let you out, which I'm pretty sure that was true. They weren't planning on letting this nigga out. They had mentioned it earlier.
The family didn't want to release him. They called and said that they didn't want him to get out.
Right. And basically she lets him know that, you know, there's a letter opener right here. You know, you can go and take care of business however you want. And she leads him directly to it. And she seems to have like some real connection with him. Like she's like hurt real inside. Like, so I think that she's like, she has some kind of psychiatric issues herself because she's already on some shit right now.
Right, she plotting and scheming already off the top.
And she's
it's already been two bad things. It's already been two bad things, which is the guy overdosing and she's saving him, and the guy killing himself in the bathroom. Blood pressure. So it's already been a couple of different things.
So the guy kills himself. Long story short.
Oh, excuse me.
The guy gets the letter. She leads him straight to the letter opener. He kills himself. So then
the doctor,
the main head guy, the psychiatrist, he comes back and sees that this has happened, and he's trying to blame it on Mildred, but she's like, nah, it's Bucket, because he catches her while she's walking, but she's way far away from the thing, and she's like, it's just negligence on your nurse's part. You have trash nurses here,
right?
So she's like, so he's flipping out like, I'm gonna lose everything,
yeah.
And she's like, I'll clean it up for you. So she basically handles it, cleans up the whole thing. So this is like the third or fourth thing that she's finessed. So we know she's a finesse and she's a fly dresser right off the top. Bitch thinks she's Meg Thee Stallion. But so then all that happens, and I mean, so she gets that guy. She looks like she put him in the furnace or some shit.
Yeah, like she burned him. Like she got rid of the body.
And she's still working there. She goes home for the night or whatever, and then she pops back up, and come to find out, the clergy killer is her brother.
Yes, she found her brother. That's why she finessed her way into this building.
Right. As a nurse. And she pops up and she has the keys. And he's like, I don't want to die. And she's like, you're not going to. And that's where the episode ends. So
we didn't continue so we can come make the review.
Right. She did a lot of finessing. That was at least 4 to 5 strong finesses in the first episode. Just to get to her brother, who now she's going to let out. I mean, like, the episode 2 is going to start with a finesse. So she's right now on her way to being a finesse goddess. She ratchet.
Yeah.
She real ratchet.
Very.
And I was like, why they name her Ratchet? I was like, they just wanted us to say the shit she doing. Like, oh, she ratchet as hell. That's what they want us to say.
Yeah, because that's what it was. You like Ratchet. You didn't like the name at first.
Yeah, no, because it don't fit. It's they're like in 1947 or something, I think it said.
It's old-timey.
And it's like a ratchet, but all right, I get it. That's cool. No. So, I mean, for right now, I mean, right now, it started off right with action, so I appreciated that. But right now, it was a little slow in the middle. Even though it sounded like a lot of things were going on, it was kind of taking a second to build to it. Yeah. So I hope the next episode is a little bit more juicy, because she's kind of a bland character herself. Even though she's doing a lot of things, her demeanor is bland.
Yeah, you can definitely tell. So, definitely. So, we will be back with episode 2.
Tell us what you guys think about the clergy killer. Tell me you think if he's going to start getting off and trying to kill some more people inside here, or if he's just going to leave. Is he going to change his ways now that his mission is complete and he killed the guy who was supposedly his father? Or is he just really crazy and he wants to kill some more people? Is he have a bloodlust? Let us know what you guys think. Thank you again for joining us. Like and subscribe the video. I'm not sure if we said that in the beginning, but go ahead and smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button. And again, thank you for coming. Check us out on our IGs, and y'all take care.